Welcome to TNS 1. I am Emily Coder, so I'll be the instructor for this class. This is Harvey Brown, he's the assistant, and Wade will be in and out as the other assistant. So, quick question, wanted to see, do you guys know what TNS means?
Take it a minute.
Yeah, okay, so what do you think we're going to cover in this class?
Resumes.
Ooh, okay. What are you going to say?
Applying for employment.
Okay. Anything else?
Unpicking, setting up web pages.
Oh, no. Okay.
A 30-second commercial.
Oh, you guys put the books together. So, you all have good thoughts. It would make sense for us to do some covering of resumes and whatnot. We'll look at electronic job boards a little bit, but we don't set up web pages in this class. As far as resumes, does everyone know that there's a professional resume writer who's on staff here? So you don't actually have to fill out, we're not going to ever really write a resume in this class or in this program. You'll understand how to write a resume, you'll know the basics of it, and you're going to be encouraged to create your own resume, maybe in TNS too. Because everyone has more than one version of their resume. Or you should have more than one version of your resume when you're looking for jobs. But we have a professional resume writer on staff, Seth Acosta, so he actually writes your resumes. I'm going to be passing out these folders for the class, and in it is your first night's homework, which is the professional history. That, he compiles data from that to write your resume. So it's right here in the front. Basically, it's just information about you. It's information about your job, goal, and information about your past work experience, education experience, so on and so forth. It's important that you guys fill this out to the best of your ability. A lot of times I get it back and there's question marks, there's blank dates. We need as much information as possible. So that's why it's homework, because you're gonna, you don't have this information necessarily here. So we want you to go home, have the ability to look through your records and find the information so that you can provide us with dates. A lot of times people might say, the company no longer exists. That's fine, but it existed at some point, right? So you can still find an address for that, for when it did exist. If you can only find the cities, like if you can only remember the city and state, that's fine, but you want to have as much information as possible. In this class, the internet and Google are going to be your best friend. And really in the job search process altogether. So, if you can't remember the company's phone number, I don't remember a lot of, companies I've worked for their numbers, but I'm going to look it up on the internet. So make sure you spend your time doing this homework and filling it out to the best of your ability. To kick things off, we're just going to pass out the folders and we're going to go over the objectives. So I guess I want to start this. I'm going to call everyone's name out, and by the folder, when your name is called, if you could just say your name, or I guess not your name, but if you could just say your job goal and one thing about yourself. So again, I'll start. I'm Emily Coder, and one thing about myself is that today is my son Dylan's 11-month birthday. So Lisa and Dylan share that in common. So again, we're going to start. Andrea Hinton. So your name and job goal.
Andrea Hinton, administrative assistant.
Is that how you say it? Andrea?
Andrea.
Andrea? Okay. Andrea. Deneen?
Here.
Wait, Andrea, what's one thing about yourself? You say your name, Andrea?
I said administrative. I'm
Yeah.
administrative assistant.
What's one other thing about yourself? Or why did you choose this job goal?
Because I know people.
Okay.
But you know people.
Yeah.
Janine,
Thank you.
what's your job goal?
My job goal, customer service representative, and I'm very enthusiastic and outgoing.
And then she rolls her eyes. All right, Beatrice.
Program coordinator.
I like to cook.
You like to cook? Okay. Why did you choose the program coordinator goal?
I like to organize things.
You do?
I like organizing
Great.
things and people.
Do you consider yourself an organized individual? That's good. That's good. All right. Lakeisha Young.
Here.
There.
Lakeisha Young. Job goal is medical records, and I like to helping others.
Okay. Good. Do you have any? Can we just cut out this side conversation? Sorry. Do you have any experience in medicine?
Yes.
What have you done?
CNA and pharmacy tech.
Pharmacy tech. Great. And you're a CNA?
Yes.
Great. Lisa Beno?
Administrative assistant.
What's one thing about yourself?
I like computers.
Okay. Why did you choose admin as your job goal?
Because I worked in administrative.
You did? What did you do?
Medical assistant, administrative assistant. I worked in doctor's office.
Really? Good. Okay. That's great. So Melissa, we're just going over the objectives of the class, and I'm handing out the books, and we're saying one thing about ourselves and our job goals. So you're next.
Okay.
So what's your job goal?
My job goal is traveling. That's great. And I think that's because I want to travel.
I like it. What's your favorite spot that you've been to?
We just actually went to Myrtle Beach last week, so it's nice.
So jealous. Nice. Juanita?
Juanita Mitchell, customer service. Yeah, I have a cold.
Good.
That's cool.
All right, Kevin Jones? No. Robert Bryant?
Robert Bryant, customer service. I guess I'm creative in some ways, but I'm still learning.
Okay. Why did you choose customer service as your job goal?
I didn't pick it. It was picked for me.
Okay.
And it was picked because I guess the questions I put on the application, I've had my own business in the past and I've communicated with people pretty good, you know.
So, did everyone hear what he just said?
No.
Okay. Can you repeat from the beginning? Why did you pick it?
I said I didn't pick this particular job role. It was picked for me based on the information that I put on the application.
So that's something in this class, and this class is early, but I want everyone to kind of get rid of the saying that I didn't pick my job goal, it was picked for me. I want you, one of the purposes of this class is to kind of embrace your job goal and to be one with your job goal, to fully understand it, to, have a reason that you chose your job goal, not just that it was picked for me. All the reasons I've heard so far have been really good. I have medical experience, I, worked as an administrative assistant, I'm a people person, I love people, but that's a real reason. I don't want anyone to say that I'm not picking on you. But, I don't want anyone to say, well, it was Michael picked it for me, or it was picked for me.
But it was the truth.
It might
That's
be the
the
truth.
fact.
That's fine.
It's the truth.
But from this, and that's
I mean,
fine
I
to
could
say.
deal with the customer service
Yeah.
because I could deal with people one way or another. I'm learning here, basically, I'm learning the professional way to deal with people
Good.
based on life in the street deal with people. You know,
Right.
it's more than one way. You got the professional way, and then you have the way that you deal with people as they deal with you.
Absolutely.
So
That's a much better explanation.
Absolutely.
I ain't got a problem with it.
Okay, then I just, going forward, this class, it's okay to say that, but after this class, I kind of want people to take responsibility for their job goal and embrace it a little more. Whatever is written right here in your folder, that's your job goal. So everyone, in these folders that I'm handing out, it has your name, your job goal, and then the list of upcoming classes you're going to be taking. That's what we have you for as a job goal. If you have a problem with that, if you feel that your experience, your interests don't match it, that's fine. But it's going to require you, if you want to change it, it's going to require that you meet with Janet and OVR and the funding source, to make sure that a job goal is approved.
I agree. If I could add something to that, because embracing your job goal is going to be your 30-second commercial, because that's the essence of who you are. When you embrace what you want to do, you can more or less explain it to someone. Because when you put your commercial out there, you're putting out who you are. So Emily's right. Don't say it was chosen for me. Even if somebody did, it becomes you now. Embrace it. Because that's who you are, and you want to live with that. Because when you put it out there, when you go into that prospective employer, and you start selling yourself, and you're giving that elevator pitch, as they say, because that's what it is, it's got to be you. Embrace it. Embrace who you are.
Absolutely.
Embrace your job.
So the focus of this class is going to be more, we started to say, instead of the resume, it's going to be the 30-second commercial. So like Harvey said, you want to embrace it. Okay?
My question would be, which is the fact dealing with me, if I didn't have such a great work history, never stayed on a job too long. I mean, I worked a lot of jobs, but didn't stay long. I mean, maybe there was a job somewhere in my life that I stayed close to a year.
Okay.
But other than that, I've been in and out of work for various reasons.
Okay.
How do you come up with some type of resume after that? I mean, let's say from 96 to 2007, I worked for myself. So
Okay.
I was self-sufficient, whatever.
That's good.
Yeah.
So, in this class, just to give everyone a little bit of a heads up, it's very interactive, so I want a lot of participation, in the class. We have, as I said, staff, professional resume right around staff. So he's going to take your professional histories and he's going to compile based on, market values, what he thinks is the best resume for that chosen career goal. If you have Robert?
Yes.
If you have an extensive work history, but you've gone through a lot of jobs, he'll probably only want to have your resume reflect the most recent jobs. So he's probably not going to go, through all 30 jobs that you've had. He'll probably just go through the most recent jobs. He'll want to highlight the skills that meet your current job goal, that you may have obtained from your past work experience. Okay? Does that answer your question?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Thank you.
V?
My job was administrative assistant. I worked on both parts of the spectrum because I was doing medical building coding.
Okay.
So that's like a broad spectrum to be with because it takes you anywhere. And customer service, so as you'll see. Yeah, sometimes.
Where did you work? What was?
I worked in medical building doing billing and coding.
Oh, do you know billing and coding then? Wow. Not many people do. That's good to know. Do you, Lisa? Anyone else? No medical billing and coding? No. That's so good. All right, Romeo.
Yes. My goal is accounts payable, receivable clerk. I like working with computers, and I'm interested in office work.
Okay. Ruby?
Yes, customer service representative. I chose that job role because one of the fields I had worked in before, I was a cashier and
morning.
Sorry.
Customer service slash executive assistance, and that's just slash because I have a couple goals to reach before I can actually just claim executive assistance.
Okay.
Why did I choose this? Why did I choose? Well, customer service. I've always worked with people. Most of my life I've worked with children, and as I guess went further down the line in working, I started working with the elderly. And the reason why I want to change from working with children and the adults is because I don't want to continue to wear myself out before I need somebody to take care of me. So I want to go and work in the executive field. I believe I'm capable, and at this place I'm getting the skills to help me to be successful in that field.
Okay, great. What's one thing about yourself?
What's one good thing about me?
Yeah.
Oh, I love people.
Okay. Anything more original?
But I'm more original. Okay. I'm in. I guess you can say it's like I'm in tune with the energy. You know how you're around people, and you can. Some people have negative energy, some people have positive energy, and without them knowing, I find a way to diffuse it before it escalates.
Okay. Great. Great.
You sound like a prophet.
I like that.
You're a prophet.
Oh, well, thank you.
Eileen Brown. Ernestine Pond.
Customer service, hospitality, restaurants, or hotels.
Great.
Previously, I was a server.
The server was your favorite job? Okay.
I like people. I like things. I love
Okay. Good.
it's like that. I range of things. This
This is now?
computer. Whatever.
Okay. How many people are the computers new for?
Say it again, please.
How many people are the computers new for, relatively?
Relative.
Okay. Good to know. Ella Burns. Harry Montgomery.
For human services. And the reason for that is I enjoy helping people discover their potential and reach their goals. Actually, it helps me reach mine.
I like that. Okay. Do you have any experience?
Yes, I do. I was a case manager for a recovery house,
Good.
and I'm actually moving in that direction right now.
I like it. Okay. Great. You know what, Harry? Will you open the inside of your folder? Is there a sheet with your name on it? Or does it say someone else's name? Now we're good. Gerald Myers. Okay, what's your DAPL?
IT tech.
Help desk support?
Yes.
Okay, good. Why did you choose that?
Because I like computers a lot. I can do a lot of things with them. Help me remember things, help me calculate things, help me create things. And they help me create money also, so that's a good plus.
Okay, good explanation. Okay. One other thing, I'm going to be sending around this attendance list. I'm going to be sending this around every class. It has your name, your job goal, and the AT that we expect you to use. Maybe not necessarily in this class, but you guys all know that you have assistive technology to help you meet your job goal. it's important, I think, for us to, be reminded of what AT we're expected to use. So if you could just take a look at the AT list, it'll be coming around every week. And note if you do or don't use it, that would be great. But just initial under your name in that blank spot. Alright, so the objectives of this class, we're going to be talking about your career goal. So what, those are what we just passed out. Your career goal versus your current skill set. If you guys could all open your folders, you'll see in there that you have obviously your name, the job goal we have for you on file, and then your list of upcoming classes. Now, it's been based upon, past experience that basically but a lot of skills that you may need for your job goal, you're going to be able to achieve through the classes here. So I know a lot of you said that you need to brush up on your computer skills. Well, that's, a great reason why we have introduction to computers and advanced computers. You need to work on your speaking skills to be a customer service representative. You'll probably have BBC. And in basic business communications, we work a lot on public speaking. So your job goal is going to really be kind of met by the skills that you're going to obtain in the classes that are listed below. We're going to talk a little bit next class about hard skills and soft skills. Do you guys know the difference? Okay. We're going to be talking about the 30-second commercial. So your 30-second commercial is the focus of this class. For the majority of the classes, we're going to be working on your 30-second commercial. Does anyone know what a 30-second commercial is?
No.
Ernest?
Videos that they put out and sell yourself.
A video? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else? Come on.
You want to guess at it?
That. Yeah.
I guess 30 seconds to submit your best qualities.
Right. Okay. Anyone else?
Well, if we're guessing, I would assume from what it said, your personal 30-second commercial, which would be an insight to you, your personality, and what you have to offer the employer.
So that's good. Okay. That's actually a really, really good guess. So your 30-second commercial is the focus of this class, and it's going to be basically you telling the employer about yourself, about your past work experience, about what you have to offer the employer. Your 30-second commercial can be said to a lot of people, not just employers, but it's going to be said to your neighbors, your cousins, aunts, uncles, people that you now work with on a regular basis. It can be friends, family, anyone. But it's something that we're going to work on developing in this class so that you're able to say it to a professional, or you're able to say it to, your family member. In its most basic sense, I think that the 30-second commercial is really the answer to tell me about yourself. Who's had an interview for a job? So most everyone? At almost any interview that you go to, the employer is going to ask you, to tell me about yourself, right? They're going to say, okay, it's great to meet you. Tell me a little bit about yourself. This is that answer to that question. We're going to be talking a lot about interviewing in this class and the skills that you may need to kind of carry forth the different types of interviews, because there's lots of different types. And especially today, they're, veering a little bit away from the one-on-one interviews, and they're going more towards panel interviews. They're doing a lot of phone interviews. My husband's looking for a job. This past weekend, he even had a computer interview. So that's something we're going to be doing a little bit of in class. And you're going to have the opportunity to do an interview with a computer. So it's hard because you don't have that opportunity to read social cues, to read, different gestures that they might respond. You're not able to ask questions. But it's a totally different type of interview that you have to become familiar with nowadays. So we're going to talk about that in this class as well. We're going to be doing networking and mock interviews. So has anyone ever seen the mock interviews days we've had at the Academy? Have any of you guys participated? Yeah. Has anyone participated in a mock interview? No? Okay. So we're going to make sure that, once you've had this class going forward, you're going to have the opportunity to participate in mock interview events. What is a mock interview event? Big.
It's basically, you interview with the potential employers, and at the end of the interview, they let you know what you need to work on to go forth in obtaining a job.
Good. Okay. So we bring in lots of employers on a quarterly basis, and we have mock interview days. You're going to have the opportunity to practice your interviewing skills with that professional. And just like Bea said, they're going to give you feedback. What was a good response? What wasn't? The most important thing that I think is often overlooked during mock interview events and job fairs is it's an opportunity for you to meet another professional, right? May not necessarily be the field that you want to go into, but it's a professional, and you're sitting down with them one-on-one for at least 15 minutes. So it's a really good opportunity for you to sell yourself and to make connections with them. I encourage you guys as much as possible to form a bond with that person, to get their business card, to stay in touch with them. Because any business professional, especially business professionals that come into the Academy that, are looking to assist people finding jobs, is someone you want to stay in touch with. I stay in touch with professionals, on a very irregular basis, but I'll just send them an email to stay in touch because it's important. Especially as when you're looking for a job, you want to reach out to them and make sure that you're able to form some sort of bond with them, some sort of connection. So it's a really good opportunity for you to meet with that person and to learn a little bit about them and to tell them about yourself.
Right, because I think what happens with that, if they don't have an opening in a job, they may recommend you to someone else who knows that. So it's good to have a rapport on it.
Absolutely. And those recommendations are so helpful. Yeah, they are. They're priceless. All right. So that kind of leads into the networking. And then the cover letters, thank yous, and emails with recruiters. How many of you guys have ever written a cover letter? Okay, so a decent amount. Have you written cover letters for jobs, or have you written cover letters here at the Academy? For jobs? Okay, good. So there's a format that we recommend that you use that's reviewed kind of in your booklet. And we'll be doing this towards the end of class. We'll give you the opportunity to write a cover letter and then to do thank you letters. So thank you letters, now we focus on, instead of writing necessarily a formal thank you letter, we do emails with recruiters. Because, unfortunately in today's market, it's really important that you send that email, that you have that contact with the person as soon as possible. So rather than, now we're still encouraging you to write a formal letter, but you definitely want to have an email correspondence going with that person. Because if you don't, the person who's, also interviewing for the job is definitely going to have it. And you don't want them to have a rapport with the person and that interviewer to pass you up in light of a job from someone else. So you definitely want to do that. We're going to talk a little bit as well about online job boards, social media, targeted research, and targeted planning. This is more so the focus of TNS 2, but it's important that you have an understanding of online job boards, from this point forward. Are you guys familiar with any online job boards?
No.
Can you give me an example, Ernestine?
Online.
What is it? Online? ONET? Is that what you're talking about? ONET? That's not an online job board. That's an online, it'll give you information about your job goal and about your profession, but online job boards are more like Monster.com, Career Builder, Recruit Disability.
We own an online job board, guys. RecruitDisability.org.
So that's definitely
Yeah.
one that you're going to want to take advantage of.
RecruitDisability.org. But you know what a job board is?
No?
I just wondered when they said own it. A job board is a place where jobs are listed.
It's like a billboard.
Yeah. You put your resume and your profile. You find jobs that are on there. You apply for them.
So just like the paper. You
But
know.
I just wanted to say welcome back to Thompson. Sorry, didn't mean to interject.
No, that's great.
What, Recruit Disability? Do you see the sign behind Emily? Can she point to it? RecruitDisability.org.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You got it. And yeah, you'll be getting it on all your info.
You will. In
Thanks.
TNS2, we sign everyone up for it. RecruitDisability.org. But we just want to make sure that you have a basic understanding of electronic job boards. So how did you look for a job before Ernestine? How did you find your last job?
It was actually in the paper.
Okay. So that's exactly what I wanted you to say. Essentially, an online job board is a paper that you can access on the internet. There's nothing wrong with the newspapers and, you know, the classifieds. We'll still look at them, but almost everything nowadays is an electronic job board, you know, a website. Even if the job, I mean, how many times, you know, have I worked with someone to apply to a job like at Lowe's, and they have to go online and submit an application there on their electronic job board. So most companies nowadays have electronic job boards, even if they don't have, you know, listings on Monster and all the others. Those are called aggregators. So Career Builder, Monster, Recruit Disability, those are aggregators because they gather all the information on the different jobs to one site. If you are going to apply for a job at Lowe's, for example, you're going to go on Lowe's electronic job board and apply directly there. So they're both really important for you to understand, and for you to understand the difference. But a lot of TNS2 focuses on electronic job boards, and you apply there. So you have to be very familiar with the computer, and you have to be familiar with the internet in order to apply for any of those positions, right? Okay.
I wanted to say something.
Sure.
They also have it where you can put your profile in there, and then they can send you different jobs and locations out of the state.
Absolutely. So that's another reason that it's important to sign up for electronic job boards. You're going to get those listings on a regular basis. You don't even have to do anything. I mean, one time you'll have to set up a profile and go from there. But then you'll be getting automatically. Who's that? Eileen Brown.
Eileen Brown.
Hi Eileen, how are you? So we're just handing out the books. As we do, we're asking everyone to say their name, their job goal, and one thing about themselves.
What did you say that was electronic what?
Job board.
Electronic job board.
It's right up. Can you see the? Probably not. Online job boards or electronic job boards. It's the last one. So here is, you guys all know that you got progress reports, right? Everyone's probably gotten a few of those by now. So these are the different grading criteria. This is the different grading criteria in this class. We're going to be looking at your mock interview skills, your 30-second commercial. So each one of you are going to have to present a 30-second commercial to all your other classmates. Lisa's looking at me like she's so angry. And it's her birthday. But we're going to have you talk to the class. Now 30 seconds is just a guideline, but I'm still going to time you so that you have an idea what 30 seconds is, because studies have shown that employers lose attention. People lose attention after 30 seconds. So you want to get the most bang for your buck, right? You want to have the most information up front in that 30 seconds as possible. So everyone, again, is going to present a 30-second commercial, probably in like the 4th or 5th class. We're going to talk about the ability to use electronic job boards. Then we're going to talk about your knowledge, skills, and ability through ONET and the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Is that right, Harvey?
Yes.
And then, of course, your participation and attitude in this class. So I want everyone, I think it's page 2, the books have changed a little bit, but I want to just do some real basic rating on the 10 qualities of highly motivated people. You know, I think you'll find in this class and in this program and when you're looking for a job, you have to be motivated, because otherwise you're just going to get bombarded and like bogged down with, you know, the amount of people looking for jobs, the limited number of openings, or the rejection letters. It's hard to get a job these days. I mean, it's really, really challenging. So you may get rejection letters, or you just may not get a response. I mean, I can't tell you how many jobs, you know, I've applied to where you just don't hear anything, which is almost worse than getting rejected, because then you don't know what's going on. And again, with online job boards and electronics, the middles these days, it's important. I think you're going to get that a lot. So, you know, follow through is going to be important. So we all want to be highly motivated, so that's why we kind of included this in your packet. So we're just going to read over it as a class. So who wants to read the first one?
Have you ever asked yourself what separates highly motivated people, highly motivated and highly successful people from everyone else? No matter what walk of life they come from, people who are motivated to achieve success share certain traits, says Gail Cohen, lecturer and consultant with the author of Thinking Outside the Lines, Power of Thinking for the 21st Century. There are 10 things that are common denominators, 10 things that highly successful people do that you can do and I can do, Cohen says. As you read throughout the list, consider what attributes you already possess and which ones you need to improve upon. Highly motivated people. Number 1, have extraordinary purpose.
Okay.
They set their goals high and always reaching for the top.
So, you know, when you're looking for a job, you have to have a plan. You have to set your goals high, and, you know, you want to make sure that, like, you apply for, I don't know, 5 or 10 jobs a week. You need to have that goal in order to meet it and to be able to see where you're going. Number 2. Who wants to read 2? Lisa?
Are willing to take risks. They have the confidence to step out of their comfort zone to try to find these or strategies.
So who here has ever taken a risk with the job search? Yeah, what have you done?
No, I went online and they called me in for an AVA. So AVA.
Okay.
And then there's other companies posting me different jobs and where locations and stuff.
Okay. Anyone else? Harry?
I used to work at Walmart, and I called the third shift manager every night to told me to come in.
What's?
Huh?
So you called him every night?
I called him every night for about 3 months, until one day he said, "Come in."
So that is a great example of perseverance, right?
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
Anyone else?
I stepped out of my comfort zone by taking the initiative. I was younger at this time, though.
Okay.
Going to, without the internet or anything like that, didn't have any computer skills, and I just went to a couple buildings down in Center City and went in and went to the receptionist and said, I forget exactly how I said it, but it was a little knowledge.
Okay.
And I went in there and I said, I'm looking for employment. And I forget exactly how it happened, but I had an interview with the CEO, and he said, well, how are you today? And I told him I was fine. He said, how can I help you? And I said, well, I'm here looking for employment, and I was wondering if you had an opening. And he said, well, could you tell me a little bit about my company? And I said, no, I can't. And so from that moment on, I knew that if I'm going to go to anybody's job, I'm going to know something about it.
I am so glad you said that. Because when we talk about cover letters, you know, that's something that you're all going to be doing. When you're looking up a job in a company, you have to know a little bit about that. And in your cover letter, you need to reflect that. Because that's your opportunity, Carolyn, to, you know, go into the CEO and talk to them about what you know about their job. You need to show your knowledge and enthusiasm to that company. That is great. So you got really quick on your plate, right?
Yes, I learned from that.
Okay, good. Who wants to read number 3?
Participate fully in life. They take part in their organizations and their families and in their communities.
Okay, great. So highly motivated people are going to be in touch with all those people, right? You know, that I think touches on a little bit the importance of networking. Because the more people you can reach out to, the more people know you're looking for a job, the better. You want a lot of people to know you're looking for a position because networking is so important. I think like, you know, 9 out of 10 people or 8 out of 10 people get a job through networking, through a personal connection. So the stats are definitely in your favor. What about 4? Go ahead, Ernestine.
Or energetic, and they're willing to do things on, and have the mental energy necessary to get it done.
Great. Number 5. Beth.
Are humble. They're not afraid to admit they don't know it all. They're eager to keep growing.
Great. So anyone have an example of job search and a time when you've been humble?
I just gave you one.
All right, good point.
I previously always worked in like smaller restaurants, and when I worked for PNB Bank, it was actually adding people that was supposed to praise, and I just wondered.
Okay.
It was for executive dining rooms, or management meetings, and different setups. So they asked different questions, like do you do fine dining, which I didn't know.
Right.
So I answered yes, and I went home, and I went to the library, and I got every books, and different stuff to practice, and I went back in the next day before everything would be set up. I got the job. I worked for 10 years.
Great.
And then when they had no meetings or no luncheons, which was very rare because it was the bank that dealt with the city.
Okay.
We had like a lot of city officials. I actually worked in the cafeteria. So I worked on steam table, I worked on deli line.
So you learned lots of different...
Yes, I had like different trades, but all related to the restaurant.
Right. That's good.
And waitress.
Okay.
So like I said, this is really different. New for me. I'm excited.
Okay, Jeffrey. Are you in this class? No. Great, thank you. Thank you. Number 7?
6.
I'm sorry. 6.
Are committed to lifelong learning. They know their stuff and are always in the process of learning more.
Okay, good. So you definitely want to, be able to keep growing within your field. You don't want to stop growing. I think it's important, though, for me to point out that you don't want to ever be interviewing for a position and say all of what they can give you. Of course, I know that all of you, all of us are like, oh, well, this will be great. This will be an opportunity for me to grow. I can learn a lot here. That's something you want to maybe keep a little more on the back burner because you want to focus in interviews with what you can do for them. Okay? Good. Number 7.
Possesses an attitude of success.
So they act as if it were impossible for them to fail, as if their success is a done deal. So it's important for you, there's a difference between arrogance and confidence. Obviously you don't want to be arrogant, but you want to have that certain sense of confidence. You want to have that sense of self-worth so that they're going to respect you. The employer, your fellow employees, they're all going to respect you. And I think that's really important for you to have that confidence, especially when looking for a job, because you're going to be putting yourself out there. And you're going to be going out on a limb, doing things that, just like you said, may be a little different for you. So you're going to have the opportunity to learn more. But you want to show that you're confident. You're able to take on new tasks and new responsibilities. And number 8, you're persistent with options. You never give up until they succeed, but they're willing to try a variety of options to get what they want rather than to keep hitting their head against the same brick wall. So just like you said, you went to the company until, I guess Harry said it, until they finally gave him a job, right? Every night. And one of the things we'll talk about is, your persistence with applying for jobs. So if you apply for a job, it's important that you follow up with them, because employers nowadays are so bombarded with different sorts of, applications and cover letters and resumes. To set yourself apart, you need to call and follow up. You need to make sure that you're showing your interest in that position. All right, number 9.
Strive for health in all aspects of their lives. They work hard to take care of themselves physically, emotionally, spiritually, intellectually, and socially.
Great. And number 10. Last one.
Rise above adversity. They rise above the small stuff to achieve greatness in their lives.
Great. So I think, all of us are obviously rising above some sort of adversity just by being here. So I want to applaud all of you, for coming here, for taking this step, and for starting to look for a job, because it's a scary process. It's something that takes a lot of confidence. It takes a lot of tenacity in order for you to just look for a job. So I think that's great that you're all willing to look for a job and to admit that, your certain skills may not be up to par. So there are certain things you want to work on improving here at the Academy. So seriously, congratulations to everyone for just taking that step.
Thank you.
And then quickly, let's look at the do's and don'ts of goal setting. Page 3 and 4. Beth? Yeah, Beth. Yeah, we'll switch on and off with paragraphs.
Goal achievement, especially when it comes to job readiness, can be a mystery. Most of us have no trouble with step 1, which is to set your goal. Setting a goal is the easy part. It's those other steps can be a puzzle. You can turn achieving your goals into a science with the right strategies. Here are a few of our favorites.
Yeah, go ahead, read the first one.
Do create a plan. Don't wait for some day to move around. Setting the goal is just the first step. Know where you're going, what resources you'll need, who can help, and most importantly, what plan B is when life goes monkey into plan A.
That's a great point. So let's just go down the line. Do you want to read the next paragraph?
Sure. Do start small. Don't focus on too many things at once. Try focusing on one goal at a time. Use a small goal that you know you can do each day for the next couple of weeks. Like finding a new job needs a day. Build that first habit to boost your confidence and pick up your speed.
Okay.
You write it down. Don't forget to give yourself a deadline. Deadlines turn wishes into goals. The act of writing down your goal is powerful enough to keep you committed and focused. Better yet, visualize your goal on how your life will be different. Seeing it makes it seem more possible.
Matt? Do you want to read the next paragraph?
Do be specific. Don't feel an absolute. Know your words, some and more. As in, I will do some networking or I will do more research on job search websites. It leaves too much wiggle. It leaves too much wiggle out from. Deal in measurable things that you have control over and never say never or always. All or nothing is a common attitude that leads people back to bad habits.
Great. Carla?
Do leave room for failure. Do not expect perfection. Persistence is the key. Accept the fact that you might not make it on the first try. In a recent study, only 40% of people who successfully follow New Year's resolution did it on the first try. 17% of resolution achievers took 6 or more tries before they got it right. But they did get it right.
Do track your progress. Don't fool yourself into failure. Memory can be pretty selective. It conveniently forgets what we want it to, while remembering activity that never happened. The only way to know for sure is to track goals regularly in a checklist or a journal. With a checklist or a journal.
Do reward your success. Don't beat yourself up over failure. This is the step that trips up most people. Negative thoughts are usually in our heads, telling us every day what we're doing wrong. This is not the approach to take to succeed with your goals. Why not focus on what you're doing right instead? If you take a step back, learn from it, and take 2 steps forward.
Define support system. Don't try to do it all alone. The goal buddy can make it all the difference in this time. People that can help are all around you. At the academy, your friends, even your own family. Just add one person to your support group and you double your motivation, double your energy, double your commitment, and double your fun.
Do make a commitment. Don't ever forget that you can do it. So I think those are just some good points to go over in this class. Like I said, it's very much about sharing, and we're all going to work together towards getting our goal. But I think it's important for you to kind of realize that it takes a lot of things to set goals, and obviously to follow through with those goals. So we're going to talk a little bit about your job goal and the list of academy classes that you have. So can everyone get out that first sheet in their binder? So what's someone's job goal? Who wants to be the guinea pig?
Customer service.
Alright. So let me see what classes you're taking. Okay. And where's your, do you have that ONET description? Do you have a packet in the back here?
Oh, this take this out?
Yeah. So if everyone could get out in the back folder, there's a packet that tells about your job goal. It says ONET, has your name at the top and says ONET. I want everyone to kind of read over this for a few minutes. This is your job goal. You know, these are the skills that you're going to be able to need to possess. Don't worry about the class schedule. Just that packet. Now, some of you might have 2 packets. Does anyone have 2 packets? Okay. So that means that we weren't sure. Those are 2 options that kind of meet, you know, the goal we have for you. So pick which one you could want to focus on, or, you know, become familiar with both, because there's both options for you. So we're just going to take a few minutes and read over those.
So since I got 2 papers,
You better start reading.
I read over both of them? Okay.
So I just want everyone to read over these now. I think in the next class we're going to have you make a list of the skills you need and the skills you have. So just identify any that you don't have maybe now by like circling it. So circle the skill that you need. That's database management. Yeah. This is yours. Yep. Database management. It's just a computer program. So there's all sorts of different databases. Yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you. questions?
What is a virtual digital assistant?
So, you know, yeah, that. Oh, good. Okay. Right. Right, right. Okay. Good. Right. Familiar with those. It's not. Do you know that? Oh, you do? So, can I see your? You sign on to this computer? So I need So for example, Eileen Brown's goal is medical billing and coding. So we have the medical assistant report here. So ONET is a great online tool. We're going to be using it a lot in this class. And it tells you, as you can see, it tells you a little bit about your tasks. So to be a coder or to be a medical office assistant, which is what I have in my hand, these are the tasks that you need to be able to do. Is everyone pretty familiar with the tasks that are outlined further on in their career goal? Okay. No? You're not?
All of them.
Okay, that's fine.
Some of them though.
So circle anything that you need assistance with or that you want to work on learning. Because once you circle that, once you identify that, that's going to be something that you want to work on. That's going to be a skill that you need to make sure that you gain during your time here at the Academy. So is everyone familiar with the internship program? We work really hard to get you an internship in a career close to what your goal is. obviously the hope is that you're going to have, that you're going to get that job goal, that you're going to get a job at that company. But if not, you're going to gain a lot of valuable experience because it's a great opportunity for you to update your skills. And almost equally importantly, it's a great opportunity for you to update your resume. A lot of people may not have worked for a number of years. So that current experience, as an intern, is going to be great for you to meet up with the marketplace demands. So if you're looking at this report and saying, I don't know what a PDI is, or, I don't know what this is, well, hopefully you're going to have the ability to not only gain that skill here at the academy, because we'll try and make sure that you have exposure. If you have a PDI, that's something that most of us have nowadays. But you want to make sure that you have as much exposure to that, to the skills that are outlined in this packet as possible. So what is the tools and technology that you need to become familiar with? Do you know how to use hypodermic needles, Eileen? Okay. So these are some of the things that are outlined for you. You're more medical billing and coding, you said.
Yeah.
So that's probably why we need to print out a new description for you. Does everyone else have what seems to be the right job description packet printed out? Okay. And then it goes over your knowledge. So what, someone in that profession is expected to know. They need to know the English language. They need to have a basic understanding of computers and electronics. So you want to make sure, again, that you have all of those things in hand. Again, if you don't, we're going to make sure that you get up to speed on those skills. So Eileen, for example, there it goes, has the following courses left in her time at the academy. So she probably needs to build up on her computer skills, right? To be in medical billing and coding, that sounds like, you're going to be in front of the computer a lot. You're going to be working with the computer quite a bit. And even though you have the medical billing information, that knowledge, you still need to have some more advanced computer skills. Is that right? Okay. So that's one of the tools that's listed here. And look, here she is taking advanced computers. Everyone takes TNS 1. So whether you like it or not, you're going to be taking this class. So that just kind of goes with the course here. So do you have a question, Carol?
Yeah, there's something that I don't think here.
Okay.
It says the job requires accepting criticism, dealing calmly and effectively in high-stress situations.
Now, let me see your...
That's part of my reason for wanting to deal with computer skills. I don't know.
Okay. So let me see your... Can I see your course description, what your remaining schedule is?
Now, if there's a class on... Hey, in that too. I didn't see that.
So you don't have BBC? You did? Okay. So these are your remaining courses. But one of the reasons you took BBC is that you speak a lot in that class, right? You have to work with other people. So we want to make sure that you have that exposure since it is one of your job descriptions.
Sorry, there wasn't so much criticism there.
No?
Of course I'm dealing with criticism. Because there are people that are evil.
Okay. So maybe in BOE, which is coming up, actually what you're taking now, you're going to be hopefully reading a book that deals with that, working with criticism, dealing with difficult people. And that's a book that I can give you if not. We have that here. Okay. Anyone, any other questions?
My job goal is customer service, and I'm looking down this list of tools and technology. All this stuff we're gonna get here,
You're gonna work
is this
on
at the company?
No, these are things that you want to be familiar with.
We're gonna learn like QuickBooks and all that.
So if you have BOE, that's something that you're going to hopefully learn in BOE. DOE is kind of an independent study class. So if there's tools that Michael thought were important for your job goals, that's where you're going to have the opportunity to learn those. Do you have that?
No, BLE, no.
No.
No, this is,
Yeah. So you do.
oh, you said BOE.
Sorry.
I
Did
thought you said BLE.
No, sorry. So that's probably something that you're going to learn there. And you're taking that class now, it looks like, so you want to make sure that you focus on that's one of the skills you want to learn.
I'm really curious, maybe this is kind of personal. I started here in October, and am I expected to be finished school by this coming October?
Yeah? It looks like it. 14.
Well, what if you're not really ready? I mean, when I say ready, okay, I know that there's things that, even though I move from class to class, I haven't mastered. I haven't gotten it down pat.
But
I mean, like, even going back probably some of the assistants at the very first class with Chris Heison's class.
So I'm going to tell you a secret. You're not going to really master any skills before you take on a job. You're probably going to have the opportunity to learn a lot of skills on the job. You know, every job has different equipment that they work with. So even though, like, you know, being Ruby might really know how to work our office equipment here, that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be able to to hit the ground running when they're at a different company. They're still going to have to learn how to use that tool.
You give you a foundation, but the real stuff you'll find in the actual job. Like for me personally, I knew a lot about computers, but not as much as I do now. Now that I've had to show people how to perform various functions, especially if you can't see. Like I use keyboard shortcuts I've never heard of before this job.
So one of the nice things about giving you your class schedule is, like we talked about, you know, with setting employment goals, it's important for you to know where you're going, right? If you're trying to set goals as to become an administrative assistant, it's important for you to have that job goal in mind. And it's probably going to be important for you to have a company in mind later on so that you have something specific that you want to achieve. Even if it's not that specific company that you work for, it's hopefully going to be a company like that. So again, that's why it's important to set goals. That's why it's important for you to know where you're going. One of the nice things about this class is that we hand out the class schedule. So these are the remaining classes that you have to take at the academy. Ideally, and I say ideally, you're going to take them in the semester's outlines, that were given to you. Now, of course, things come up. Not everyone always takes classes when they should or when the schedule allows for it. So, life may happen. You may not be able to take that course at that specific time. But if all goes according to plan, that's the schedule for you to complete your time at the academy, by. And for you to take those classes within that time frame. Alright. Real quick, does anyone have any other questions? We're going to cover this a little more next class. Real quick, I want to go back to the 30-second commercial because lucky for all of us, we have a former academy student right here who's going to share with us his 30-second commercial. So again, 30 seconds is just a guideline, but let's hear Harvey so that we can kind of get an idea what a 30-second commercial is.
Yes, hopefully that I can in some way influence you about the 30-second commercial. When I started the academy in 2009, went to TNS 1, I did my 30-second commercial. My job goal when I came in was customer service as well. I want to be a customer service representative based on the experience that I had running my own business for 15 years, dealing directly with customers and people. I just felt as though it was the right place for me to go, the right thing for me to do. I just felt that's who I was, and I could handle that. I was more comfortable with that, and I wanted to come here to learn the technical things, the computers, which I had not a lot of experience with, and the basic things, and to get better with that. But the basic part of me was customer service. I thought, that's what I could sell. And when I did a 30-second commercial, and that's how I approached it. And how I started it by basically saying, coming in and saying, I'm going to do it now exactly if I can't remember. I wish it had been on YouTube back then, but it wasn't. Good morning. My name is Harvey Brown, and I'm excited about being here. I'm definitely excited about what I can do with your company, and I'm glad to have this opportunity. Working with people, engaging and listening to people has been my strong suit, and I'm definitely excited about this. But I'm also excited about using my experience that I've had for over 15 years of directly responsible and coming in and engaging people. And I know that I'm certainly positive that coming in here with your company, I can take you to the next level. Even today, with all the technology, I still feel as though the most important thing, the most real important thing about dealing with customers is the pure part of getting customers, getting people to understand and saying that, you know what, I listened to someone who had a positive report and I want to pass that on. And I believe that's how I can help you. And that's 30 seconds. I think I'm over 30 seconds. But that's the essence of it, and that's as much as I can remember, that's how I went. I'm sure that y'all can do better than I just did. But that's pretty much how it goes.
No, that's great.
Thank you.
Basically, to show yourself. And that's what I try to do. And I hope that y'all bought that
Basic
as much
what?
as possible.
You said basic and what?
Basically, your 30-second commercial is
30
selling
seconds to try to
yourself.
sell yourself.
Oh, right.
That's what you're doing, selling who you are.
If you go on the computer to Sierra, you can actually watch the students' 30-second videos.
Yes, you can.
Are you telling me, or are you asking?
No, I'm telling you, I have done that.
Oh, okay, yeah. And that's something we'll do probably as we get closer to presenting them, so that you're more familiar with the formats. Just throwing it out there, if any of you are uncomfortable with having your video on YouTube, make sure you tell us so that we don't upload it. Okay?
Well, it's going to be on YouTube that the world can see? Or
No, it's on
just
YouTube, this channel. This channel, so that really only your fellow students can see it.
Okay.
So I think that's, let's take a break now till a little, like 11:05, and then we'll kind of pick up again, get everyone signed up for some things, and go from there. Thanks, guys. Thank you. You have a question? Yeah, we'll go over them at the end of class. Those are the I mean, you can find, yeah. It's not there. That's fun though. That hasn't been gone that long though.
Yeah, it's been going, but now it's further up like 20 or something.
Okay, just write your contact information for that, and then do your best with the description. And you can even put like a little asterisk, you know, that you have additional experience, but you don't have the records at this time. Just make sure that you focus on the ones that you spent long time.
Romeo, I know that you on your test. Marie.
Well, and then, you know, maybe you want to apply for it in the time being.
I was, I forget what it's called.
It's like 2 grades, sir.
It's some kind of pack. We won't it's called.
What's that, 99?
Does it? You know, it may not be a bad idea to
This one looks like
just apply for it, but fill it out.
Okay.
You get 2 grades?
Meantime, and then you can always add
I think I
to
got
it.
2 too.
Yeah, I'm gonna do all of that.
Yeah.
I do my work.
Oh, I know you do. I'm just saying, I think it would be helpful for you to
Ahead of this
get.
class, man.
You know, even if it's
I got 2
done,
grades too.
it'd still be interesting.
I got 83 and a 90.
I see that team.
Alright, Harvey. I'm gonna.
I don't know how I did that. Maybe because I sit beside you, right? I went cheat. I sit over there. How you doing, Melissa? Alright.
They just have to sign up for,
Huh?
they wanna create an account.
It was good.
And that's
I didn't come back here.
Just want people to create accounts. I should be back.
All right.
Just in case. Interview stream and create account. Thanks.
They got coffee in the house today. Hard. I guess I go find
How about you? How long does it take to get down here? But I only got what bus is that?
I'm scared. I'm scared. Sir. Wow. So just saying that.
I hope to get a job so I can get a car.
There's no reason why. I hope so. I hope so. Yeah, you'll be fine. You got everything fixed. You got the money.
Always comes to the side. Thank you.
Set my conferences. And you actually show it. Actually, don't be afraid to show who you are. Just feel a little while more. It's not going to hurt you. Right? Because that's going to happen. Personality, that's going to go crazy with it. But don't be afraid to step up. All right? Step out a little bit. Just feel a little while more. Because you got the knowledge. You got the head knowledge. That's good. Development stage of the personality. Because that's an important thing. Forward. Because just like I try to give an example of 30 seconds. Show that you have confidence in what you got. Show that confidence in who you are. I can help somebody. Give me an opportunity. I can help you. I will move you. I'm confident that I can come forward. Confident that I can progress this way. I'm very confident.
So is commercial like is job related?
Yeah. It's all job related. Because you go for the interview process, things like that. You have to get that person who's interviewing you a reason to hire you. Why should I bring you in my company? Okay. Because first of all, it's going to be, you got to think, you got to go in thinking that that's another 50 people with skills just like yours or better. Yeah. It's probably people with better skills. Especially in this day, in this job market. I mean, it's all over the place. Everybody got resumes that's like, that's 1,000 feet long. You know, but there's got to be something that makes you stand out. something got to be done. Something about your personality that gets that hiring manager's attention. I want you to come in and say, look, and it's called confidence.
Yeah.
That I can come in and I can help this company. I can do good for you. I can serve you.
Yeah.
Let's put it up. I can serve you. And that's what it's all about.
Okay.
One of yours person. I can do the job. I can take it forward. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's how you do it now.
Okay.
This is something you're going to need. This is something.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Student assistant. Better have you. Me up. Us. You be a tremendous addition. Very smart young man. You embrace it, man. All right?
Okay.
Embrace it, man. Let me get back.
Sorry. Thanks.
It's nice down there. I got burnt though. And when it turned into a volcano, so it was good. I only had one place. I had Christmas success. That's why you work on looking for a job, because a lot of these is 2 years experience. There's a lot that's happening else. But once I get just be back.
I think you'll do well.
Thank you.
I think you'll do good. Just, you got to have something, you got the tools. So, if you're confident.
I think it's nice that we give me was to work at home for a time, travel. But working at home, it's good in a way, but then I'll have the experience it gave me. At the same time, I work for a company first, so I'll get the knowledge first. And then you're around people and then you're learning things. I had like 4 places to go. This place was 3. And then I had TNS 2 places. Definitely working on my marketing skills and like that. That's what I'm working on. It's all that stuff, so that way people generally get that. All that good enough for me, not for myself.
Sure you will.
because I don't really want to kind of get all the way down there, there's no point to doing it there. Now, what bus was you there?
I had somebody else's book. I had my finger, I had two things. It was
Whose book? Who? Deneen? Okay. Deneen Goldstein?
Yep.
Yeah, she got one. You probably, somebody, I mean, just leave it on the side, I get it.
Okay.
Leave it on top of your computer. Put it on top of your computer, I get it.
Mr. Police is giving out transportation money.
She's giving out transportation?
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Transportation.
So how'd it go?
My foot is, I got my stitches out. I still got a couple weeks to go because that bone got the heal from the inside.
I had asked about you to see if anybody checked on you.
Man, they checked on me. The staff was checking on me. They made sure everything was cool. Came in a couple of times.
Emily's in a thing, wait. Looking for Emily?
Oh.
She's in the Emily room.
Right.
She should be out. Got a question for her?
Oh, no, yeah, I just want to know what she wants to do.
Alright.
You mean you tell me my class don't start until next week?
In what absence?
Two, actually. Ella Burns and Kevin Jones.
That's right, yeah.
When she comes out, are you going to be around?
I'll be here or in the office.
She wants the students. She should be out when they come back from break. Go to interview stream. Did you go on the internet and look at some of the 30-second commercials on YouTube? You will look at them from the previous classes.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah.
I saw Miss Diane's, what's the little girl?
Alright?
The little intern.
The little intern?
The one with blonde hair?
No. The little heavy set. His cornrows.
Cornrows? Oh, you saw Chantel?
Yeah.
Chandel.
I saw hers, Miss Diane.
Chandel, yeah.
Yeah.
Chandel or Chantel?
Chantel.
Oh, I call it Chandel.
I say Chanel too sometimes. I say Chanel too sometimes.
Alright, what's going on, man?
My turn.
I like the fact, man, you say you call that man every night. For how long? Alright.
You did. Awesome. Thank you. So guys, if you are back, if you can go to this website up here. OVR interview stream.
OVR Philadelphia.
Yeah, I'll write it up here too.
If you put that in directly in the address bar on the top, you go right into it.
Yeah, does everyone know the address bar?
Top left of your computer.
So when you're given a website, you want to go directly to the address bar. You don't have to go to Google. So that's an electronic job board, right? Right, what do you know?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the website I want everyone to go to right now. OVRPhiladelphia.interviewstream.com.
Should we write it down so that we refer to it later?
No, you're doing it right now. This is the only, we're going to do it again at the end of class, but right now I just want everyone to go to that website. Including Harry.
What's that?
Go to that website, OVRPhiladelphia.interviewstream. This is what it looks like. So OVRPhiladelphia.interviewstream.com.
Computer's familiar with that. Click on the first link. Click on this link. Just come to that screen right there. Okay, go. You're in. What you get about transportation?
Yeah.
Alright guys, when you come back, please go to this website. OVRPhiladelphia.interviewstream.com.
So that's all together?
Yep. Well, OVRPhiladelphia.interviewstream.com.
Huh? Oh, right up here.
Yeah. And I wrote it on the board. So then, okay, is everyone on this website? Alright guys, I want you to get on this website. It's just a quick...
You gotta take weapon to take it from dyslexia, OVR.
First day and you're late already.
Once you start typing it in the computer, the phone.
So everyone should have this screen up, okay? The website's on the board. If you don't, all we're gonna do today, this is a website that is actually a lot like the interview that my husband had over the weekend. This is a online interview process. We're going to try again at the end of class. So at the end of class, we're talking, you know, at session 6 and 7, we're going to be talking a lot about interviewing, and we're going to be practicing with this. Today, I just want everyone to register for it so that when it comes up later, we can just get on quickly. So everyone should visit overphiladelphia.interviewstream.com. You're on there?
Yes.
Oh, right.
You on there? You on?
I think, Harvey, did you call people? Okay, yeah, we should do it.
So what do you want us to do? You want us to sign?
Okay, so I just want everyone to get there.
Okay.
Is everyone there?
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, so then the next thing is you're going to register. So in the upper right hand side, you see right here, it says create account. So you're going to click on create account, and it's going to take you to this screen to register. Your participant ID, right here, the third one, and your email address, the fourth one, should be the same. Now I want you to use your Academy email address. So everyone knows that, right?
Academy address would be
So it's like, mine's ecoder@lriacademy.org. It's probably your first and last name at LRI Academy. Raise your hand if you don't know it. And tell me your name.
Do I need a picture?
Alright.
It'll be your first, your name, your complete name.
Is it a space in there?
No space, no space.
Juanita, yours is just like what Harvey said. I'm just double checking.
Juanita Mitchell at lracademy.org.
Yep. So it's Juanita Mitchell at lriacademy.org.
Whatever your name is, that's how to be distributed.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm here.
Okay. Hold on, let me finish this. Who else doesn't know their email address?
Is Carolyn Jenkins, what is it?
So it's just Carolyn Jenkins at LRI Academy.
Is it all lowercase or what?
Dot org.
In that case, lowercase.
Yep.
Lowercase.
So it's going to be your first
Academy.org.
name and your last name at LRI Academy. So I'm writing it up here at lriacademy.org. This is one of the most important things. Nothing else you need to learn your email address. So you're going to be using this a lot. It's going to be your first name and last name at LRI Academy.
That should be the base of the signature.
It is.
The capitalizations don't matter.
Okay, good.
I think everybody in here has a signature line right now. And at the base of that signature line should be.
Did you write the address to this one?
That's what I just did.
So you said the participant ID and your password?
Oh no, the website I'm going to go back to.
She didn't give it that.
Emily.
Hold on. So the address to the website is coming up. So the participant ID and the email address is your LRI Academy email address, which is how we got on that point.
So
So for participant ID, you put your LRI
LRI Academy email address.
and then email the same thing.
Same exact thing. So,
I think the registered.
Yeah, email address and participant ID.
okay, let me come over and see.
Password.
So the password.
Your password, guys.
You make one up.
No, I want everyone to have the same password. So your password, oops. It's gonna be TNS1 2014.
Do I have to be capitalized?
Yeah, just like that.
TNS1
2014.
TNS, okay.
TNS is capitalized.
You want us to put our name in there? Like.
What the email address it should be.
Yeah, your first. Yeah, I mean, fill it out. But I'm just telling you what your email, your participant ID and your email address and your password.
TNS. All right.
This one, you want to be the same as your.
You okay?
At this Thursday. And your password is LR or TNS1 2014. How are you doing?
TNS.
No, you're not. You're gonna have to go with that.
Got TNS. Okay. You enrolled?
You know what this is called?
What's confirmed password? The same thing?
Yeah, you got to make sure that you confirm what you put in the first. Should be the
That's
same.
it.
Should be exactly the same as the first.
Directly a website?
Yes.
You want to type it in?
Yeah, TNS.
So everybody's password is TNS? Oh, okay.
You did something wrong. Go back again. Go back to the top of it. You know what you know. Probably check this. Full name.
I'll be right there. Oh, you don't have the L one. She didn't have the L. I got it. So now you just create an account. Put in your first name, your last name, your email address twice. For your participant ID. And the password is TNS1 2014.
Hey, MD.
Oh, I'll be right
When I
there.
push,
I think you got this.
yeah, it's not.
Nothing happened.
It's the same problem that need to.
Has anyone successfully registered? No? This is big.
Lisa, did you capitalize TNS? I didn't see. And then I went back and just capitalized the T and then regular NS and it still wouldn't let me go. I did both ways.
Hard to be, and I did it yesterday to be sure it worked.
TNS1. Put one. TNS1.
Yeah.
That's what you need to know. I think you got it.
No, TNS1 2014. Are you able to get down in lower? I don't know. Are you having trouble getting on the website? So let's get on the website.
You getting in, Rob?
I think I am in a minute.
Internet.
Did you get in, Rob?
No.
It's not letting.
Huh?
No.
You didn't go in even?
Try
Still no
capital
one.
T and ask one, like
Everybody in
lowercase
from?
n s.
You in?
No, I didn't come.
Nobody can get in?
No.
No, we're gonna go to that
Nobody
website.
can get in?
FBR Philadelphia.
I'm not loud.
You set that up yesterday. Can't get in her? Come on, Mr. Frank, come over there. yesterday.
I'll let nobody work.
Jeffrey, did you finish your final for this class? You're doing it now? Sorry.
What about you, young lady? So when you get those cards right up, when you finish school, make sure you give me one. Look for you to see him. Yeah, I'll see you after.
Okay. Well, there goes that. Yeah, until we can get it going, guys, we won't waste our time trying to work on this. So we'll come back to here. In the meantime, I want everyone to, so there's two important websites that we're going to be using a lot in this class, but these are also really important websites for your job search. So you should all already be familiar with ONET. But I want you to become, that's the report that's printed out, okay? That's in everyone's binder. But I want you to become familiar with the site electronically. So I want you to go on the site. You can either go on onetonline.org or you can go on the Bureau of Labor Statistics. They're going to have different reports. Obviously, they're different sites, but they're both really helpful for your job searches.
So you want us to write those two websites down?
Yeah. So write these down, and I also want you to go to them. So
BLS.gov.
You can go, I'd like everyone to visit both right now and type in their job goal. So when you go to ONET Online, this is what's going to come up. The screen's going to look just like this. See in that upper right hand corner where it says Occupation Quick Search? That's where you're going to type your job goal. And then same with the Bureau of Labor Statistics. In the upper right hand corner, you're going to type your job goal.
So just put this, what we were doing at the bottom, or just close out?
Just minimize it, that's fine. So that's Beatrice, that website isn't working. So, yeah, just write down the other two while you're doing that. So it's bls.gov and onetonline.org.
Did you say BOS?
BLS, Bureau of Labor Statistics.
BLS.com?
No. It's, you gotta, when you do ONET, you have to put in onetonline.org. You're on it? Okay, so type in your job goal. So then it comes up with a bunch of these, and this should be the same report as the one that you have in your box. If I were you, I'd also So we're going to do that by it's the fullest and now type in yeah, they're both open. Look at both of them. Yeah.
And then what address bar.
Oh, it's BLS.gov. Okay.
Oh, you need the amendment from
Thank you. So that's it. On the right-hand side. Yep.
No, not Google.
Everyone knows the difference between the address bar and like the search engine, right?
Well, the address bar is where you get a new tab, but the one where you just search don't get a new tab.
Right. Yeah, creating new. Who knows how to create a new tab? Okay, so good. Creating new tabs is, I think, the easiest way to go between two documents. So in this exercise, I want you to open one tab with onetonline.org, and then you should open another tab with bls.gov.
We're going to cycle through them because all
Create a new tab.
So we'll be coming around and just making sure everyone's doing okay.
Did you get into?
Yeah. No, I didn't get in.
Oh, you got it. You got it. They wouldn't let us in the you had ONET.
Yeah, I'm in ONET.
Oh, I didn't hear that word. Which one is it? I said open up over there.
Is everyone doing okay? No?
The only thing I want to know is, okay, I created this new tab for both of them. So now, okay, I'm here. If I want to go online, am I getting rid of this?
No. No, you have to go back and forth. So what's your job?
That's, I have to say that too. That's what customer service is on everything I do. It says customer service.
It does.
But I know when I'm finished this semester, then I'm able to switch over.
But it's like you have
executive.
So that makes better sense.
Administrative assistant. So you want to change to administrative assistant? Executive administrative assistant? Who did you talk to?
Just like you could do
That's what you had in your
Oh,
book.
good. So do you have a meeting coming up with her?
Kind of give you an overview of what you are.
Based on what you
Just for your experience lies.
and then if you have attendance, you'll be able to switch it? Okay, so then you can look up, I would look up both, but
So I still keep this where I just want to. So I don't want to rely on this, but I want to.
right, be familiar with it. So, yeah. Let's type in administrative assistant so you can see that and I print out a copy for yourself and send it to you. That makes me feel better.
It's executive.
Okay, I'll take that out.
Is this
Executive assistant? There's typically, so there's lots of different titles for the same position. That might be one, but type it in and let's see what comes up.
Which one am I typing?
Executive.
Use that. You comfortable with that?
Are you okay?
Use that. All the sites that you go on.
Okay. Okay. So I just want you to.
And that's why those two were there, so we can make that choice. They both were in the concept of the both of them to go. But that is the one. Good choice, man. Good choice. Excellent choice.
The next one is the Secretary of Administration. So click on this one.
Excellent choice.
We have the
You want the other? BLS.
So I'm going to give you that one as well.
Click on the link.
Okay. Yeah. You got the email sent.
You want to go to the search bar and put your see what it comes up with.
For that, so we can just email those two and copy the three of us.
So program slightly different than a director. So you would take your orders from the director.
Is anyone having trouble getting on these websites?
Right, Ron?
Yes. I mean, we going with internet, in-stream, Ustream, and ONET. That's what we're looking at. These two.
In-stream is not letting me say. That's over there. Yeah. ONET is the packet that you get. Same thing. You want with the customer service representative.
Right.
So if you click on that, you get the same thing. You can review it closer if you want to. Or you can go to another. But that's pretty much what you want to do. That's what you're supposed to do with customer service. Right. That's your goal. That's what you work on. Okay. And you can go into BLS website, which is the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and see what they have. You can also punch that in. Yeah. You're always going to have it. Top link is the official site. Put in your job code, see where it takes you. See if it gives you a profile. Tried it yesterday, like I said.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I have no idea what to do with that one. We'll have to go on it later.
Try it later.
Working
Yeah.
the executive.
So you want to just type in the job role?
Down
You
here.
want to type Bureau of Labor?
You have a choice now.
But you don't need to start.
It's tough. Occupational outlook. Because it gives you what's coming.
I re-click. Or if you press Control P, I think.
The space scale goes down on you. 1470 an hour. Take that. Start out. For starting salary. High school diploma. Work experience. That's it. Probably more jobs in customer service than labor. But you know what?
2,350,800.
Because every job is customer service.
Yeah.
Seems to be pretty cool.
Let's also these are all tabs.
30,000 $30,000 salary, 30,000 per year. Started. That's not bad.
Little under 500 a week, or let's say 52 weeks in a year. It's under 500 a week.
Not bad.
The average must be about
14.70 an hour, right?
So what I did was I was like, here, let's give you more information.
Good, okay.
So you get a 40-hour week, right?
And guys, everyone has a profile printed out
Almost
for
600
their
a week.
job description, but it's an ONET profile of that job. So if you want to print out the Bureau of Labor and Statistics one, raise your hand and you can do that now. But those two websites are the ones that we're going to be using a lot. And that I encourage you to check a lot when you're looking for a job.
588. That's what I got. Less taxes.
So I want you to mark this up.
You bring home 4 bills, man.
Then why are you?
30,500, $4 off. 30,570.
Remember that's starting salary. It ain't what you end up with. You could once you get in, man, you can command depending on how far the kind of company you're with. Right? You can end up with more job performance. So once you get in, it's up to you after that. Company gonna evaluate you in your 90 days. You want to see if you come in on time. Okay. If you leave every day or whatever.
I ain't trying to be late every day.
Huh?
I ain't trying to be late every day. I'm trying to show that now.
Yeah, you gotta be on time.
Did I give it to you?
No.
Maybe I wouldn't know.
That's what they require?
Oh, here, go ahead.
You got it? I want you to keep it.
1470 was in May of 2012. So chances are maybe it went up a little bit.
Oh yeah, looking at 2 years later.
No, you can throw it out. You can throw it out.
Very well be 15 something like that.
Yeah, I don't want you to get confused.
Or maybe more.
So now that we circled it, which one is it?
I want you to familiarize yourself with this website. So, close this.
But the thing with these job sites is now you start developing. Now is when you start to develop your profile. Who you are. Start going out there. As we talk about the commercial thing, that's what you're selling. It's so important. How can I sell
this one is
company
different than the one that you did. That's printed out.
And you got background, man. You got background working with people. How many years you doing your business?
From 96 on up to 2007.
A lot of years. That won't give you experience. Dealing with people, customers, listening,
Sorry.
gravitating to what people have problems, symptoms, listen to people, and being able to settle, man, make sure people are happy from the experience they get. Because ultimately, that's the goal. People don't be happy. Customers got to be satisfied. Yeah. Customers ain't satisfied, they not coming back.
They not only working in their house.
Not only that, you know what's going to happen? They're going to spread bad news. And when I talk about, when I did it 5 years ago, that's one of the things I ended with. And I try to do it here. With all the technology we have today, the purest form of advertising is word of mouth. When somebody tells somebody about you, how good you are, or in the worst case, how bad you are, that's what travel. Somebody say you're good, people don't remember. Word of mouth is pure. It's pure.
But you know what I be thinking, huh? Like, just sitting at this desk, right? One thing that I realized, like, when you're dealing with customer service, you have to have a constant reminder to be a certain type attitude.
What else?
You have to have a certain type attitude at all times. I mean, in the business world, like, say for instance, when you talking, standing for a minute, like, I noticed within, I felt a little irritated, kind of came out. But at the same time, I had to really keep at a certain level of professionalism, class, you know.
So everyone should be on the Bureau of Labor Statistics site. That one's different, obviously, from the ONET report that's been printed out for you. Look at it. I encourage you to look at the different tabs because there's a lot of information on these sites about what these positions do, the work environment, you know, how you can become one, your pay, and the outlook. These are new tabs, okay? So we're going to create a new tab.
How you make it up?
I'm sorry. I've never seen this before, so I don't know.
And then here's where you type in your job role. Okay?
Turn around. Go forward. Speed.
How you feel? Down. So even 2 is working. That kind of is working. Right.
So the average salary is 60 hours. Average
It just takes a second and then it'll come up. Right. Now, maybe you want to look at the different tabs. I think you did. Okay, good.
What's this right here?
That's a percent.
Oh, you did?
Percentile.
Human service.
Yeah, that's one or is that yeah, this is the new site for the
Well, I got 90%, 75%.
Your job goal.
Maybe one.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So I just want to
said that.
You don't, you still do it because you still do it. But, no, that's it.
Hey guys, Gerald found a shortcut that you might want to do. Control D, you can add it to your bookmarks. So if you want to add this to your bookmarks, you can, Lisa looks thrilled to do that. You can comment and go back to this page.
Control D.
D as in dog. So it seems like everyone's doing Control D if you want to add it to your bookmark. So it seems like everyone's pretty much familiar with these websites. You got them all down, is that right? Okay. So we're actually going to move ahead. And we're going to talk about an assignment I have for day 2 that kind of correlates. So this is, you're going to make 2 lists. I want you to open up Word.
We can close out now.
Yeah. You know, I would leave it open. So open up your email, actually, I changed. Open up email or open up Word, whichever you prefer. But I want you to make 2 lists. One list is going to be skills I have, and one list is going to be skills I don't have. Now these lists need to be emailed to us. So if you want to do Word, or if you want to do email, it'll be directly there.
So get the information off of the package y'all gave us?
Yeah. So from that packet that I gave you from the ONET one, we're only going to be using the ONET one. I want you to go through and circle skills that you have. Or is that what I told you, or circle skills that you need?
Both.
I want you to just circle skills that you need. And then I want you to underline skills you have. Okay?
You want them to save it in that TNS one folder?
Yes.
Save as in the TNS one folder. Where you all of that.
And which one is the name of it?
Skills I have.
You would save as.
So you're going to go into Word, and you're going to create a new document that is called Skills. Let's just call it Skills. And you're going to do 2 columns based off that ONET profile. Skills I have, skills I need. You can do columns or you can just do paragraphs. The 8th. Dropbox isn't on there? Wait, do you want to look at that real?
Are we reading from the booklet? The references to skills we have?
Yep. So you're going to make 2 columns. Show how to make columns. calls.
separate
Yeah,
columns.
two.
Okay.
Skills I have, and then skills I need.
Good thing. I understand.
Someone okay? Oh, good. I like that. Yeah, that was good. It was just like that. And then list up with it. Let go of that. So then you should list up the way, do you know how to get more?
When I get to the end, can I tab it?
Yeah.
Or go down?
There you go. So you don't need to worry about the other. That's the easier way to do it.
Right here?
Yep. Yeah. So that's good.
This one right here?
Yep, Andrew, that's good. And you press tab to get down to add more. So you can keep adding rows. Yeah.
Then push enter, right?
Yes. Yes. Remember the name of those skills I have, skills I need.
Can I move this down? So close to my name.
Yep. So go to the end of the day.
Right here?
And then so for the rest of class, we're going to be looking at the skills that we have and the skills that we need. You can create a table, or you can just do it in paragraph form or number form, whatever is easier. I just want this document emailed to me by the end of class. Do you have that? It's your wrong one, right? That's your correct one.
This is where you
Let's go on.
Are you okay?
know I can read and I know I can understand something, but then I might have to read something over and over again to get it. So can I should I still say I have it? Still say it?
No, never mind. Carolyn, do you have reading coming up in one of your classes? Do you remember?
Writing.
That's what I have, but she said she wants to fill it. Can you show me your current class schedule? I mean, your upcoming class schedule?
I have writing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we have our medical office assistant. Billing.
Basically, they're kind of the same. It's just a more broad, it's a broad range.
Yeah. So that's why I think, you know, it'll be helpful to do this exercise based off that report. But they are pretty right. And that's not what you want to do. Yeah. And you have billing. Right. Yeah, go off that one. Thank you. She's gonna email, Eileen will email me, just telling me that so we have a record done, and then I'll put it in that. But it's pretty close. For all of us. That's actually great. These look good. How are you doing? You okay? And then you know how to, when you press, are these all skills that you have?
Where?
Do you want to?
I haven't, I mean, this is what we're reading from, right?
Yes. So that looks good.
So, in other words, if we have these skills already, this is what this will go under.
Yep. And if you need these skills, then you would put that in the other column. So maybe do it like this.
I mean, 2 columns.
Oh, is that what? Okay.
Page layout.
Okay. Huh. Why can't it feel?
Well, I kind of stretch.
Apparently. Stretch.
I guess you can always undo.
Yeah. Try that.
Wait.
Let's do it like let's just do it like this. And then just do it like, they don't have to be side by side. You know, just do it up and down.
Keep it like
And then
like
just
that.
put them under the appropriate ones.
Okay, then what?
Does that work?
Based on this thing.
Yep, based on that. How are you guys doing?
Thank you.
Yes, he just. I think on your desk. Yeah.
You talking to me, man?
Yeah.
Do we email this to anyone else besides you?
The three, me, Wade, and Arthur.
Okay. This here. This one here.